Muhammad Ali's conversion to Islam in many ways defined his career and legacy as a fighter with conviction. He went on to become an icon for American Muslims. Just years following his conversion in 1964, he got in a fight that prompted him to write down some reflections on what drew him to the faith in the first place. It wasn't a fight in the boxing ring, but an argument at home with his wife Belinda. Ali was out of control, Belinda said. He had lost all traces of humility. He was acting like he was God. You may call yourself the greatest, she told him, but you'll never be greater than Allah. Like a school teacher, Belinda instructed Ali to sit down and write an essay. She asked him to write about why he became a Muslim. Ali obliged, taking out blank sheets of paper and a blue pen and beginning to write. In the letter, Ali writes of his teenage days. When he was still known as Cassius Clay Jr., he says he was leaving a roller skating rink and scanning the sidewalk for pretty girls when he noticed a man in a black mohair suit selling newspapers for the Nation of Islam. Ali had heard of the Nation and its leader Elijah Muhammad, but he had never given serious thought to joining the group, which used some elements of Islam to preach black separatism and self-improvement. Ali took a newspaper mostly to be polite, but a cartoon caught his eye. It showed a white slave owner beating his black slave and insisting the man pray to Jesus. The message was that Christianity was a religion forced on slaves by the white establishment. I liked that cartoon, Ali wrote. It did something to me and it made sense. It's interesting that Ali did not answer his wife by writing in spiritual terms about why Islam attracted him. He wrote about it with pragmatism. The cartoon awakened him and he realized that he had not chosen Christianity. He had not chosen the name Cassius Clay, so why did he have to keep those vestiges of slavery? In 1964, when he won the heavyweight championship, he publicly declared his conversion and made a personal declaration of independence. Ali said, I believe in Allah and in peace. He said, I don't try to move into white neighborhoods. I don't want to marry a white woman. I was baptized when I was 12, but I didn't know what I was doing. I'm not a Christian anymore. I know where I'm going and I know the truth, and I don't have to be what you want me to be. I'm free to be what I want. In an interview with Reader's Digest on the day of 9/11 attacks, which had been scheduled beforehand, he said, people say a Muslim caused this destruction. I am angry that the world sees a certain group of Islam followers who caused this destruction, but they are not real Muslims. They are racist fanatics who call themselves Muslims, permitting this murder of thousands. And 9 days later, visiting Ground Zero, Ali said, what's really hurting me, the name Islam is involved and Muslim is involved and causing trouble and starting hate and violence. And he continued, Islam is not a killer religion. Islam means peace. I could not just sit home and watch people label Muslims as the reason for the problem. Following the Paris terror attacks last year, he released a statement in December last year stating, I am a Muslim and there is nothing Islamic about killing innocent people in Paris, San Bernardino and anywhere else in the world. True Muslims knows that the ruthless violence of so-called Islamic Jihad goes against the very tenets of our religion. A statement released to NBC News also criticized Donald Trump without naming him directly. Ali stated, we as Muslims have to stand up to those who use Islam to advance their own special agenda. They have aliened many from learn about Islam. True Muslims know or should know that it goes against our religion to try and force Islam on anybody. Muhammad Ali was honored with a number of titles including the greatest, Fighter of the Year, Sportsman of the Year, Sportsman of the Century and Sports Personality of the Century. He was the proud recipient of the Presidential Citizens Medal and Presidential Medal of Freedom, which he received in 2005 by then President George W. Bush. Islam is an Abrahamic monotheism religion centered primarily around the Quran, a religious text considered by Muslims to be the direct word of the God of Abraham or Allah as it was revealed to Muhammad, the main and final Islamic prophet. It is the world's largest religion behind Christianity with more than 2 billion followers or around 25% of the world's population. Muslims believe that Islam is the complete and universal version of primordial faith that was revealed many times through earlier prophets such as Adam, Abraham, Moses and Jesus, among others. These earlier revelations are attributed to Judaism and Christianity, which are regarded in Islam as spiritual faith. Islam means to achieve peace, peace with God, peace within oneself, and peace with the creation of God through wholly submitting oneself to God and accepting His guidance.